There's been some confusion, or there's been some confusion in my mind anyway. Now that's the modern co-op built in the 1960s, the Sheffield Castle House Co-op, and it was named that because the original Carbrook Co-op was actually where I'm actually stood now. So I'm actually stood, I think it's on Exchange Place or Exchange Street, but there used to be a castle market out here. But the original Carbrook Co-op, built in about 1926, was actually along here. So there's been some confusion, and it cornered down onto Waingate. So this was a Carbrook Co-op. It was the first co-op, I think, in Sheffield city centre. But it was a very exclusive building, and with it being a co-op, I'm thinking, well, how could a co-op become such an exclusive building? Where did they get all the money from? Because I thought it was something done for the people. But that was built back 26, 27, but only lasted until 1939 when it got bombed in the war. And then there was some considerable time before then it got rebuilt further along. So they called the new building Castle House because the actual castle remains under the Carbrook Co-op. And I can actually show you something now. So just down there, you can see metal covers, and down there, about 4 metres down, I spoke to the chief archaeologist from Sheffield University, and he says 4 metres down there's a Drawbridge Pier. Now I don't think there's any wood there, but just behind it they also look some other archaeological development going off, which looks more like industrial, 19th century probably. But somewhere down there, 4 metres down, they're going to find a Drawbridge Pier, and whether there's any wood down there, I don't know. I've seen pictures looking like wood, but we wonder if it was for the construction of the Carbrook Co-op. But the site's now really developing. But Dora Vernon, Dave Evan and myself have been really racking our brains on it. Some massive development now going off on this. So I'm really looking forward to this. To me, this is the best development going ahead in Sheffield. My only concern is I don't want it to become a play park. I want it to become a nice park where people can sit, but also for the archaeological remains to be in there as well. And I'm going to show you the latest board on it. So this is the latest board, so you can stop the screen any time, and you can see at the bottom it shows your gatehouse, also found during 1927 excavation. Poor old archaeologists then racing against time, and where it says gatehouse found in 1927 excavation, that's actually the Drawbridge Pier, which is so misleading. I think they're going to find a lot more in here, and I think when they do start to find more stuff in here, I don't think they're going to be able to have the play park. They're going to have to really focus on this being an archaeological site. It's the biggest castle in the north of England, and Wessex University say it could have been even bigger than that. It extended right back to actual Fitzallen Square. This is only the main part of the castle, the stronghold part of the castle, but it went right back to Fitzallen Square. I think it went further back because I've seen them digging the hole in the road, and it looked to me as though they were digging through stuff within the hole in the road. I just think it's so underwhelming what they've said about Sheffield Castle in the past. I mean, what I can't understand, it was sacked in the Civil War, but Nottingham Castle's still there now. Nottingham Castle was a royalist stronghold which was captured, so why was Sheffield Castle actually sacked after the Civil War? It doesn't make sense at all. There's much more to this mystery. But they are going to be digging out or opening up the sheath, which will go down the right hand side of, you can see those two buildings there. I think it just goes down the right hand side of those two buildings, the sheath. So when they open the sheath up, it's possible they're going to be digging stuff out. Probably could be some castle remains down there, I don't know, because that's part of the underground water network. But another big concern is we've got the old town hall here, and I think we need to start shouting out about this, why it's not being developed. Somebody was developing it, I think, into a hotel. It went bust, and then it's been on hold after somebody else has bought it, and they've not done anything on it. So we should be shouting about this. We need this restoring. I think it'd be a great museum or hotel, or what, exclusive hotel, but we need to keep some of our history. We've had so much of it trashed. And then right on the corner, this is a really interesting one. You can see Alexander House, originally Alexander Pub. Same again, that was Alexander Playhouse, and that used to have stilts into the River Sheaf before they covered up the River Sheaf. So that's just a quick update on the castle park area. I can be really enthusiastic about this development in Sheffield. The only thing I'm seeing as a positive thing, which I think is being done absolutely right. Let's see how it goes ahead.